This video is going to piss people off if they're balls deep into geopolitics like I think they are. But the title of today's video is Geopolitics is a waste of your time. A lot of people don't want to realize this who are in the geopolitical space, the people who are chronically online on Twitter and watching Israel Reels on Instagram. And I have the same information you have. So I believe a lot of the same things you do. If you are based, I probably believe the same things. I can analyze the world and see what is right and still come to the conclusion that I don't need to spend a lot of time learning this. Because the real battle that we're actually facing in our life is knowledge about God and how to worship God properly. And a lot of people spend more time thinking about temporary warfare, which even if all of this, we win it because of the fight, it was still something temporary. And although you might have been the reason some lives were saved, you didn't save a soul. And so what I mean by that is you can save somebody's life, but you're not actually benefiting their soul. Just like how you stopped a crackhead from taking drugs, he still chose to live a life that was degenerate. So you might have stopped taking the drugs away from him, but he still found a way to get it again. Okay? It's not saying that, people that are innocent that are dying in warfare are comparison to a crackhead. But what I mean by that is that the person who doesn't get the knowledge of how to get closer to God and you just save their life, you're not really benefiting them, because most people, even if their life is saved, they're continuously focusing on materialism, so material outcomes. They're attached to the material world. So you need to, with your life, figure out how to worship God properly. And so where would that knowledge come from? My belief is from Vedic literature, okay? So I believe in Vaishnavism. I'm a Vaishnava. You believe, if you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, whatever, that you believe in the Quran or the Bible, okay? You need to dedicate your life to worshiping God, prayer, reading scripture, surrounding yourself with people who know more about God than you do. That is the real ways to act in your free time that will get you closer to God, as opposed to knowledge that is temporary. So more people focus on Israel than they do God, and then they wonder why their life feels stuck. The truth is that you are not putting your energy in the right things. And if you think about it, if you believe this thing is evil, which it is, you are spending your energy focused on something evil as opposed to God, who is loving, okay? You need to spend more of your life focused on God and the gradation of action that's pure. So what actions are purer than other ones in my life that will increase my connection with God, okay? This is the best way to use your free time. And if you're scrolling on Twitter and you're doom scrolling and seeing clips of arguments, debates, gotcha moments, whatever, you are fueling negative energy, and it's not actually adding substance to your mind and other people's minds. It's kind of just coping, actually, and you're focused on temporary warfare, which there's a warfare that's happening right now that's eternal, and it's your warfare of your connection with God and your knowledge about God. No, this isn't alcohol, by the way. It's water. Dickheads that don't know, liquid death. So, my advice, because I've been in this space, I work for Sneeko. I'm a video editor for Sneeko, a large political commentator. He's just a streamer, but, he's largely into politics. I have had to consume, because of my job, a lot of this information. So I am just as educated as the average person. I know what is good and what is wrong, but I'm still telling you that even with all the information, I still found unfulfillment and lack of peace in my life because I didn't spend a lot of time on God, and I started getting invested in it. And you see this with the people that you conversate that always talk about geopolitics. It's like they're very passionate about it, but it doesn't actually benefit anyone or anything besides the people who raise, charity and stuff like that. Like that, those people are truly making change, and people that are taking actions to become a politician or whatnot. And also, the information, right? So let's say you get the basic information. You know how to move going forward. You don't need to update yourself with every new trend. A lot of the new things that are happening are out to distract you from more important things that are happening. So they'll set up ploy, things like tragedies that are distracting you from other tragedies that are more important. But the real tragedy is the tragedy that your soul is being neglected from the truth that is on earth that will help you find connection with God. So more people should read scripture, pray, and if you're going to focus on geopolitics, make a career out of it and help benefit lives in a way through charity or whatnot. Okay? God is most important, and if people aren't tying things back to God all the time, you probably shouldn't listen to them, because that is the most important thing in your life, and you will not be fulfilled until you realize that. I will say for the person watching this that is my opinion, but in reality it's the truth, and you will realize that at some point in your lifetime. Geopolitics is a waste of your time, at least for the most part. Start focusing on God.